get started with this video, there will be spoilers. We're gonna talk about spoilers, so
most definitely.
You're already warned. First thing that I wanted to point out, and I know you saw it because you jumped at it too. The screen kept flickering. That's nothing to do with the movie, but the screen kept flickering and it was bothering me.
It had nothing to do with the movie. It had everything to do with our theater. Every now and then, pink lines would flash across the screen, or
the entire screen would turn pink.
But it was never more than like a second.
Yeah.
But it was just enough to kind of pull you out of the immersion that the movie had you in.
Yeah.
I feel like it was better than the original, which some people don't agree with, but
I mean, okay, so the first I got a lot right here after seeing that.
Yeah.
Yondu, when Nebula was talking to Groot, and she was saying, let me free so I can go help Yondu, or help them, really. And then Yondu gets shot from behind. I already said this, that I thought that was it. I thought Yondu was just dead for the entire movie. And I sat there for about 5 minutes just pissed until they brought him into the cell, and he looked fine. Yeah,
it was just his original fin gets destroyed. And that's why in the movie, or in the trailers, you see him with a bigger fin.
Yeah, he gets the bigger one. I like the bigger one much more, actually. It looks really good with this character.
Alright. So what do you think of Ego?
Okay, Ego was... When they first got there, I was like, okay, he's met his dad. He's gonna learn everything about why his dad left, that kind of thing. But then I knew something was kind of suspicious when Mantis was talking to Drax a lot. And she said, "I need to talk to you." And then once they all took off, I wanted to know more. I wanted to learn a little more about Ego than what we did, but we did learn a lot still.
Yeah, and I kind of felt fishy as soon as whenever he asks Peter to, spoilers, like we said, to use his abilities, and whenever he actually sees that Peter is able to use them,
that's when he knows.
I feel like he got too excited. I felt like I knew there was something. I felt like he had been waiting for this, but in a different kind of way. Like he's already been through this before, and it's finally worked. That's what I got from it. And so right then I knew that I couldn't trust him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was one of my favorite scenes, especially, it was just from the trailers. You already saw it in the trailers and stuff, but when Rocket's there telling Groot how to do this, how to blow up
to blow up the bomb?
And he just goes, "I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot." No!
It's not it!
And then he turns around and just takes off. I actually like that a lot because... Not because Rocket was able to chase after him, because he wasn't able to. He's too big to fit through there, but they put a lot of trust into Groot, which told him, even when he was small, they trusted him.
I don't know, I felt like he was mainly like a center point. Like, no matter what scene you were in, he was kind of a scene stealer. Like,
the first scene in the entire movie, when they are fighting the big
thing.
What is that, worm, I guess?
It's an interdimensional being. That whole scene is just Groot dancing in a circle.
You literally think you're going to see them fighting it and stuff, but it's just Groot dancing. Now, one thing I love that they kept from the last movie at the very end, Groot's dancing as the little plant, and Drax looks at him and he stops.
Yeah.
Through the entire fight scene, whenever Drax sees Groot, he stops dancing. He freezes. Say, after they killed the interdimensional being, and they started talking about how these batteries were so important and stuff, I saw Rocket picking up the batteries. I knew that was going to lead something in the story, because he was looking at him and he was like, "Oh," and he just kept taking
them. What did you think about Yondu's death and the whole arc that he has?
I gotta say that,
especially the arc between him and Peter,
out of all the deaths that are in the Marvel Universe, Yondu's is the hardest for me right now.
Yeah.
Because in the last movie, he wasn't that prevalent as much as he was in this movie, and wasn't as big of a thing. And in this one, he was such a big role that when he started taking on a bigger part, and especially when Groot says, "Welcome to the Guardians of the Galaxy," that made him part of the team, and I knew something was going to happen with it. But Yondu was a character that started to grow on me, and then he was immediately taken away.
Ego dies. Not Ego dies. I'm going to say Ego is a bad guy, obviously. And Peter kind of realized, the whole arc between the two is that Peter kind of realizes that Yondu was really his father, even though that Yondu wasn't his birth. Yondu was his dad, and nothing would change that, is because Yondu raised him, and Yondu dies in his arms pretty much, and it was a very emotional moment because all this time he'd always felt of Yondu as a this asshole, and then he kind of realizes, hey, he raised me, he was my dad, and he only realizes that in Yondu's last moments, and it was really emotional.
I started to tear up at the end when
I cried.
When the ships that come in and they start shooting off the rockets, and all the other fleets that he had worked with come in and start doing the emblem or their salute, I guess. That sort of pushed me, and I started to tear up a little bit.
Probably one of my favorite moments was, there's a few end credit scenes in this movie, and one of them is Star-Lord walks into a room and there's vines everywhere, and it pans over, and it's a much more grown-up Groot, but he's like a teenager and he's playing video games.
Oh yeah.
And Peter pretty much, does the whole spiel of, you need to stop playing video games and actually go do stuff, and Groot just has like the most sassy way of saying, I am Groot.
I am Groot.
I am Groot. And then Peter just goes, I am not boring.
I am Groot. I think the most important end credit scene is when we get to see Adam. Because he's going to be a part of something eventually. Whatever that is. Like you said, it might be Infinity War.
Might be Infinity War, might be Guardians 3, which was confirmed by James Gunn.
Yep. And I was sitting there, and I remember when the credits started to roll, I knew there was going to be an end credit scene. And then when we got to the second one, I remembered, I was like, there's like 4.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot of end credit scenes, but a lot of them, they're all good.
This movie also confirmed a fan theory that was very popular for a long time, and that was that Stan Lee is a Watcher, which is kind of like...
Really?
Yeah, that's who he was talking to, was other Watchers. And Watchers are kind of like, they watch. They're the most powerful beings in the universe, and all they do is watch everything unfold. And it had been talked about for a while that Stan Lee, he's in every one of the universes, and he just watches. And so people were like, so maybe he's a Watcher. In this movie, you see him telling stories about all the other, like, he talks about his other cameos to the other Watchers, and I thought that was kind of cool.
There was a lot of action in it, actually. There was more action than there was story, I think, anyway. Yeah. But I didn't see Stan Lee going to be part of any sort of action that was in it, but then they went to that where they were warping between places, and Stan Lee was there talking to the Watchers, and I was like, okay, well, no, there he is. He always makes a cameo in his movies at some point.
That warping scene was pretty funny, though.
That was great. What did he say? You can only go through 50 at a time, or else it'll cause damage. And Yondu looks and was, we're doing 700.
And their faces slowly start to morph in and out. And I swear, Rocket looked for a split second like the squirrel from Ice Age.
I'm gonna put a picture of it.
Yeah, just
Ice Age dude up on the
side. And Rocket. Yeah.
Groot in the beginning, he didn't have any extra branches or twigs or anything on him.
No, but he did.
Once we started getting towards the end, he's had little twigs and stuff that had little leaves on them and stuff. That's strong attention to detail. I love that.
Groot looked really good. He he looked good in the first one, and so did Rocket. Rocket looked amazing.
I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
What do you think this ranks out of all Marvel movies? Do you think it's one of the better ones, or?
I have a lot of... Ant-Man's my favorite Marvel movie. But...
What about Deadpool, dude?
Deadpool's my second.
Okay.
It's a really close one now, though, with Deadpool and Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was my third, and this one just passed it. And now the second one's my third favorite. But Deadpool and this Guardians is very close.
Yeah. I'm excited about Deadpool 2.
I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man.
Infinity War comes out. We're filming this on the 4th, so Infinity War comes out 1 year from today. 365 days. That's a year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
Ant-Man and Wasp comes out after
I
I think it comes out in June or July of next year.
Yeah, next year. So after.
That's the movie I'm the most hyped
He's
for.
so excited.
I'm so excited for.
It's-
And for Thor Ragnarok, I've never liked any of the Thor movies. I'll just be honest.
Yeah, the first two.
The first two I didn't like, but this one I have a feeling I'm gonna like it just because it's centered kind of around Thor and Hulk both.
And
Because it's sort of like a cover up. Because this
Yeah.
was sort of like the build up for Planet Hulk.
Wonder Woman though.
It's already getting good reviews.
It's getting good reviews. We'll watch it.
Definitely. Next movies that we're gonna probably review, we've got on the 19th. We've got Alien. What is it? The 14th? No, 20. I don't know when it is. It's the 14th or the 24th or something. Pirates of the Caribbean and Baywatch both come out.
Yeah.
We want to see those. Well, he wants to see Baywatch. I don't know if I want to see it, but
It's gonna be good.
those are upcoming movies. We are actually in the middle of watching Mystery Science Theater 3000. We're going to review that afterwards because we're thinking about expanding, going to like Netflix, seeing what other movies. And if you guys got anything that you got
Want us to watch?
let us know. We'll check it out. I've practically watched every movie there is on Netflix.
Yeah, and if it's something that we've already seen and you want us to do it, we'll review it.
We'll review it again. Screw it. We'll watch it
It
again.
doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it does matter what it is, but like.
If it's bad enough, we're just gonna stop in the middle, make a video, say it was bad, and that's it. That's it.
That's all.
We're out of here, guys. Bye. Racket. Bothering me. It's good enough. What is it on? 1.3. Okay.
Alright. Did you get what I said a second ago on camera?
No, I didn't. I wish I did.
I want to see like a picture of like a Rocket Raccoon, but with just rackets. Instead of like rockets, just like he's got like
It's just
dual rackets.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Father.
We're just making it.
Yeah,
great
we're making
today.
it worse now.
16 minutes.